With Thanksgiving just around the corner, there is no better way to impress your friends and family than with a rich and delicious pumpkin pie baked from scratch. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get a pumpkin. This is a small sugar pumpkin. This one's sweeter and a bit more flavorful. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to cut this pumpkin up into small cubes, roughly 1 inch in size. Once your chunks of pumpkin have been cut up, what you're going to do is you're going to get a pot, and you're going to take your chunks of pumpkin, and you're going to take some piloncillo. Now, what piloncillo is it's unrefined cane sugar. If you can't get a hold of this, what you can do instead is just use brown sugar. You're going to put that in the pot. Now you're going to set a fire in that pot, and you're going to leave the pumpkin until it's nice and soft. Once it's soft, you're going to strain the water, and you should have these really nice brown pumpkin pieces. Next up, you're going to have to take the skin off of each piece. Once all the skin's removed, you're going to begin mashing that pumpkin up. Now that you have your pumpkin properly pureed, it's time we get to the good stuff, the filling. First off, what you're going to have to do is get 8 ounces of cream cheese. This is going to help make it really silky. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of pumpkin. Now we're going to add 1 egg and 2 yolks. Now we add a cup of half and half cream. Next, you're going to want to add half a stick of melted butter, and then you're going to want to add 1 cup of sugar and just a pinch of salt. Now you're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. And then you just mix. Next, we're going to get started on the pie crust. To begin, get a mixing bowl. Now what you're going to throw into that mixing bowl is 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of shortening, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now this next step, this is the fun part. Once you have the consistency of wet sand, you're going to need a bit of cold beer. It has to be cold because the yeast in the beer is going to help make it light and taste good. After you have that nice doughy consistency from mixing, you're going to want to get some plastic wrap, and you're going to make discs out of the dough. Now you're going to put them in the fridge for roughly 30 minutes. I have some pre-made ones that have already been resting in the fridge. Now we're going to start rolling. You're going to want to take some flour and just dust your countertop. Set the dough in the flour, lightly brush some flour on top of it. Take your rolling pin and start flattening the dough. Once you've placed your crust into the oven, you're going to want to wait 10 minutes, and then you're going to want to remove it and take off either the pie weights or the beans, depending on what you're using. After you remove the pie weights, you're going to want to put that crust back in there for another 10 minutes. Take the pie dough that we placed in the oven earlier out and fill it. Now once it's filled, we're going to take it and we're putting it back into the oven for 50 minutes. After your 50 minutes are up and you've pulled the pie out of the oven, it should look something like this. Take a slice and enjoy. delicious.
Thank you for watching, and I hope your pie comes out just as good.